Hello, I'm Dr. Peter Saruman, and I'm a world-famous earologist. Think about what your ears do for you every day. They let you hear things. They show off your jewelry. They even hold up your sunglasses. Unfortunately, until now, science has provided no way for us to thank our ears. Until now. Because now, there's The Ralph Report. The Ralph Report is a daily podcast that will let your ears know how much you love them. Monday through Friday, they'll feel appreciated as they get to listen to showbiz news, crazy, funny, weird news, celebrity interviews, sex stories, sports stories, music, movie reviews, and much, much more. I gotta tell you, this Ralph Garman guy is nuts! And the unbelievable part is the Ralph Report costs you just $3 a month. That's right, $3 a month. You can get the Ralph Report Monday through Friday for a whole month for just $3. Do you know what you usually get for $3? Crap like this, the funny old nose and glasses bit. Not even a whole gallon of gasoline. For $3 you get a couple cheap disposable lighters. Oh shit, is this real gasoline?
For just 15 cents a day, you could feed your starving ears at theralphreport.com.
It's time to babble the fuck on. It's Hollywood Babble-On with your hosts, Kevin Smith and Ralph Garman.
It is Saturday night in Burbank, man. So let us babble the fuck on. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Ralph Garman.
Hey! Welcome, everybody. Welcome. I just want to let you know in advance, I am COVID-free.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Yes. I got me some COVID.
I was just tested for syphilis. Don't worry about it. I don't need a condom.
It was not harrowing, thanks to science and vaccines. There was one day where I felt all like fucked up and very fatigued, just like tired and shit. But then the rest of the time, even though I was testing positive, like I just felt fucking normal. So it's out of my system and whatnot. People have asked me like, what happened? How bad was it? And I'm telling you, what I had was kind of mild. People say, like, did you lose your sense of taste? And I'm like, well, the internet told me I did that with Masters of the Universe.
Oh, jeez.
Which, by the way, is fucking coming back,
Season
man.
2.
Now, if you remember from the first epic season, the guy sitting to my left played a beloved character named Fisto.
Yes.
Fisto, of course, if you watch the show, met with some spoilers. He met with some
Things didn't go well for Fisto.
Yeah, but dire consequences. But Ralph is coming back as Fisto's cousin, Power Bottom.
Yes.
Do the voice.
My first line. They get progressively easier as the.
Holy shit! Can I let me share something with you? This is nuts. I'm not braggy about like I live in a nice neighborhood, but you know where I live.
You do, and you do live in a nice
It's pretty
neighborhood.
nice. And to be fair, you walk down like 2 blocks and it's Hollywood Boulevard.
Yes.
But like we love up in the hills above Hollywood Boulevard.
Behind the fence,
Hollywood
there's a
Hills.
gate. There's some snipers. There's a.
You can
commandos.
literally walk up to my house, and people do. There's a guy the other day who fucking like I heard knocking on my front door, which never happens and shit. And I didn't get up from my desk. I took the camera and looked at the fucking camera monitor, and there was a person just standing at the door. It's so like fucking strange in our world. Like nobody's ever fucking around. It's like dead up there. So I went out on the porch. I was like, "What's up?" And he was like, "Hey man." I said, "Hey." He was like, "I'm a huge fan." I was like, "Right on, thank you."
Are you a fan of the police? Because you're about to meet them.
He's like, "Oh God, yeah, every little thing you do is bad."
Different police.
Not those guys. Although you will get stung. I'm trying to. I don't want to leave everyone out, but you know the house that's like not right across the street from me, but across the street that's up on an elevated hill?
Yes.
So I live like right on the street. There is no fucking gates and guards and fucking lawn or anything like that. You can literally walk up to my fucking door. That's why Affleck sold me that house.
Yes.
Affleck was like, I gotta get out of here. I was like, why? He's like, I walk in my front door. They're like, pap, 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 pap. Who you in there with? Pap, 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 like photographers and shit. So he's like, I need something with a driveway. And I was like, shit, I don't. And so I bought his house. And it's worked out relatively well. I've been there for 20 years. He lived in it for 6 months. I've lived in it for 20 years. We still call it Affleck's house. That's fucking brand right
Billing.
there.
It's all about billing in this town.
Totally. All right, so across the street from me, there's a house where a sweet little family lives with a bunch of kids. That three daughters. Jennifer always makes fun of me because she's like, I'll give you $1 million if you could tell me one of their names. And I'm like, Palermo? She's like, no, not even fucking close. So the house that's behind them, which is like if you're going up the hill, it's the next driveway. So there's a house that's over them that kind of looks at our house. So much so that like the length of time I've been living in this house, that house on the hill is the house that makes me close the curtains when I have sex. Because I'm like, they have the perfect fucking vantage view to see what's going on in here. So it's, old style. I always assumed it had like a fantastic view of the city behind it because it's very high up. But, very like cinder blocky and square. Quiet. People moved out of it recently. There was a for sale sign. And then, fucking sale pending or whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. So we were curious. The gate had been closed for a long time. Fucking other day, dude. 6 LAPD cop cars roll the fuck up. Fucking everyone rolls out with guns. There's a fucking helicopter over the fucking house.
Wow.
Shit. And a dude comes out with a fucking sniper rifle.
Jesus.
And they're like, get out of the fucking house right now. Exit the house. We are coming in. And like we were like, what is it, squatters? And that's what I said. I was like, because we once had squatters lived next to us. Like there was a house that was for sale, and one day people moved in, and the guy was like, hey man, and I was like, hi, how are you? And he goes, I'm who did he say? He goes, I'm Suge Knight's son. And like, how do you check that? But so I was like, hey, how are you? How's dad? And he was like, he's good. We're living here now. I was like, all right, good luck, Suge Knight's son. And so they were our neighbors for like 2 years. And then one day, somebody came up to our door, knocked on the door, and it was a food delivery guy. And he was like, who lives there? And I was like, oh, that's Suge Knight's son. And he's like, well, they just fucking, I brought food to them. They took it over the gate, and they said they were going in to get money, and they went in, and they don't come out now. And I was like, oh, that's fucked up. And he was like, what do I do? And I was like, I have no idea. My name is Paul, and this is between y'all. I was just
Call Suge, I guess.
Yeah, truly. I'm not the fucking end game here. I'm the guy in Law and Order that you meet on the way to the guy, to the guy, to the guy. So, suddenly we were like, what's going on next door? And then it turned out that they were squatters. Yeah. They had just like kind of jumped the fence, broke the locks, and then made the house theirs. And it was a rare situation where the guy that owned the house went bankrupt and abandoned it, and the bank was like, oh no, that's your house. And he was like, fuck you, it's your house. And so nobody was claiming it, and so Suge Knight's son was like, it's my house. And it was like, I remember at the time being fascinated by this, and Jason Mewes didn't have his own house yet. And I was like, dude, stop living in apartments. Squat, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Like, these cops can't get them out. Like, there's fucking squatters' rights and shit like that. So they eventually did. The bank eventually claimed that house, and so they were able to get the squatters out. So with all that was going on, that was the last time I saw police in my neighborhood, except the time that they came to our house.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at this, and I'm like, must be squatters. And fucking Jennifer's like, why would they have a helicopter for squatters? And I was like, what else could it be? It's a fucking meth lab, dude. It was a fucking meth lab across the street from our house. I'm driving all the way down to fucking downtown to get my meth. I'm trying to fucking cross the street. A fucking
It's
meth
Breaking
lab.
Bob instead of Silent Bob.
I was like, why didn't you let me know? I'm great at branding. The only reason they found out was, I guess, there was a reportage of high usage of gas.
Yeah.
And so when the police showed up and they were like, get the fuck out, they had 2 dogs on the property. It was a full-out fucking criminal empire, literally across the street from my house. And I'm like, they might be looking at me fucking. They had no interest. They were making money right across
they
the
were
street.
busy.
But we were told that, like, you know, there was the cops all left at a certain point. Like, fucking, this went on for a while, like a siege. And then I guess they got them out and shit. Found out later on 3 people were arrested, went to jail. But at one point, there was this person, like, the cops were all gone. And all of a sudden, we were breaking glass. And we looked across on the hill, and there was a dude with a fucking sledgehammer busting every fucking window and breaking the doors and shit. And we were like, what the fuck is this now? Like, what turn of the fucking script is happening here? Turns out, is the guy who bought the property, who was meant to, like, level the houses and put a big new house there and stuff. Just hadn't gotten around to it yet. Must be nice to be rich. He was breaking the windows because the gas had filled up the place, and they ran the risk of, like, and if it exploded, it was going to take out the house, our house.
The neighborhood.
The whole, and plus, like, the 3 kids across the street whose names I don't fucking know, they would have went right away.
Yeah.
We had no idea how close we were, dude, but you would have never known. There was no, I never woke up in the morning, I was like, smells like meth. Like, nothing like that. Never saw, the only thing
If they were making hummus, you'd know.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'd be over there showing them how to do it. Yeah.
It's a hummus lab.
Yeah. I
A new job.
I get judgy about that shit. I'd be like, come here, let me show you how to fucking do that. They're like, are you Israeli? I was like, no, man, I'm just a big fucking fan.
Yeah.
I know what to do with a chickpea. Fucking meth lab, bro. What are we doing?
So the guy came to your door. Guy's knocking on the door. You looked in the camera. Big fan. Hi, big fan.
We closed that.
That's it? That was all that happened?
Yeah, remember I talked to him and he was like, big fan. I was like, hi, that was all. That was, he just
He
wanted
just
to tell
went
me.
away? He just walked away?
Yeah, I guess he was there for meth. And he fucking,
Wrong house.
on the way down, he was like, you know what? I'm emboldened enough to stop and say hi to one of my favorite directors. I've got the meth crowd locked up.
Yeah, I know. They're big fans. Oh, I thought there was a resolution of that. My bad.
It's so weird, though. I like give you a thrilling story.
It was
about a meth
great.
lab across the street, and you're like, what happens with the rando?
See, I thought it was going to be circular and then come back to, and that guy
Oh, shit.
was
Fucking, yes.
Ezra Miller.
Yes.
Just thought, what do I know?
Ezra Miller's at the door. Don't fucking open that.
He will beat you. They will beat you up and take your passport.
Give it up for Ralph, man.
I can learn.
You know what I'm saying?
I can learn. Not as woke as Kevin, but I'm getting there, you know. According to the interwebs.
You fucking doubled down so fast, man. You were so scared. You were like, they. Here come the cancel cops.
Indeed.
How do they fucking, like,
I'm sorry.
how did they, and in this case, I mean Warner Brothers, how did they fucking move forward with that movie with all that's going on?
Yeah, money, this gentleman said, and I think that's the answer. What would it cost to redo it? I mean, you're kind of screwed at this point.
I mean,
You're in.
How
You're
do
already
you,
in.
How do you do press?
No.
Like, let's talk about The Flash. No, I got other questions.
I'm sorry, Ezra. There's no more press. They decided to close up shop. You don't need to do anything. Thanks. Just stay there in Hawaii and scare people. No, I wouldn't let them do press if I was Warner Brothers. I would keep them away from the press.
Right now,
Just
Warner
release
Brothers.
that
Warner
movie.
Brothers is like, why didn't we cast John Cena as the Flash?
Right?
Have you seen this fucking video?
It's heart-breaking, but also ultimately inspiring.
There's a video that's up right now of the story is this: there's a mom and she's in Ukraine in Mariupol. Is that how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to get her non-verbal Down syndrome child
I believe
with
he's
her.
on spectrum
on the
or
spectrum
something.
as well.
But he's
And-
severely impaired.
Very impaired and like tough enough to be like, we got to run because there's a fucking war on our heels, but tougher to explain it to.
He
somebody.
couldn't understand why they had to leave their home.
So the mom told the kid that, like, where we're going at the end of this, John Cena is going to be waiting for us.
Yes. We're leaving to go meet John Cena.
And so
She lied.
she lied to the kid.
Yes.
But fuck, the way that parents are like Santa and shit like that. A good lie. Don't fucking ruin it.
I'm just saying.
Oh my God. I was about to cry and you're like, she lied.
I'm doing whatever I can to keep
She
that
lied.
from happening.
They got to Amsterdam.
Yes.
So they made it, which is like, should be enough. Like that's
Not where John Cena lives, by the way. I just want to let that kid know Mom lied.
Yes. Good point.
Yes.
John Cena hears about it. He's an hour away from Amsterdam.
Shooting something.
Shooting something. And so he's like, oh my God, we have to go.
I'm going.
And he fucking goes, and there's this video of him with the kid, and he's showing up, and like as far as that kid knows, like his mother didn't lie. Fuck you, because
No, John Cena made her
John
lie
Cena-
real.
Yes, yes.
So I want the video of Mom blowing John Cena as a thank you for making her not lie to her impaired child. That's the video I want to see. Because that's the real favor that needs to be transpired at some point.
There is no heat they for what you just said. We're now married to that, and all the podcast headlines tomorrow are going to read.
Please let it be so.
Garman attacks Ukrainian woman.
Maybe Spotify will buy us.
He's no John Cena him. Oh my God, it was so fucking beautiful, man. I don't care. I know some people are like, fucking publicity stunt. I don't give a shit. Like, that's beautiful.
All good came from it. Who cares? If it's
And also
publicity?
like that. Yeah, exactly. Like fucking. Could you imagine being able to maintain that delicate fucking connection with somebody who's not communicative in the traditional way?
Yeah.
And not have them feel like betrayed. Like, where the fuck is John Cena? Like, Mom said John Cena was there. Fucking John Cena was there. Like, my mom's coming out tomorrow for a week and a half for the first time in a couple years and shit. If she don't bring John Cena with her,
No, it's not how it
she
works.
could get back on that fucking
No,
plane and
it's
go
not
to
how it
Orlando.
works. You should promise Mom when you get off the plane there will be meth.
That's why she came. That's right. She was like, I'm coming to see you, Tiger, but I know there's a fucking hot meth lab across the street.
What happened to the lab?
You can do your little fucking
Thanks
show.
everybody
now.
for coming out here tonight
Yeah.
and filling up flappers. We appreciate it. It's been a minute since we've done this. I can't wait to start tonight's show. Claire! You're awake? Okay, just to make sure. Claire tweeted out before we started the show that she had been up for 27 hours and she was coming right from the airport to the comedy club. Thank you, Claire,
Wow.
for making that trip. Then she also said, you better have a rowdy show and keep me awake. I don't need that kind of fucking pressure in my life. So I said I would just scream her name periodically to keep her awake. And it's the best that I could do, so there we go.
Well, if you really like her, you'll do that for the rest of the night and shit. Even during sex, just be like, Claire!
Depending on how things go, maybe I will be screaming that later tonight.
Let me tell you something, man. I'm so fucking, like, I'm COVID free right now, and they tell me I'll be COVID free for a couple months.
Yeah.
So I'm feeling real risky and chancy and shit. I'm licking doorknobs and
All right,
shit.
just going nuts.
You and me could totally have unprotected sex. Because I can't catch nothing right now.
I think you're overestimating your immunity.
I don't know. Pretty sure I'm invincible. I read a tweet too before we went, and this was from Jay Martinez. You hear?
Over here.
There she is. I can't wait. Me and my hubby are bringing our son to celebrate his 21st birthday.
Wow.
How sweet of a mom are you if you would have also delivered John Cena?
Yeah.
You only gave your kid us. And he's like, what are we doing here?
Yes.
If this is adulthood, fuck it. I'm going back.
What's your son's name?
Red.
Ren?
Yeah.
Hey, Ren, happy birthday, pal.
Happy birthday, Ren.
21. Jesus.
Do you remember it?
Nope. 100 years ago. Things I would do right now if I was 21 years old. I could take over the fucking world if I had the knowledge in my head and the body of a 21-year-old.
My question is, if you're willing to bring the kid out for his 21st birthday to this, how far are you willing to keep going?
What does that mean?
Well, if you're going to treat him like...
What are you willing to do?
Yeah.
To get Al Capone, what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go with your child?
Like, is there an after party? Like, what do you guys do after this? Like, you're an adult now, you shake hands and go to your rooms and shit? Or you're like, fuck it, let's do some rails and fucking get out there, man. Let's fucking experience Los Angeles. Or Burbank, either way. There's a Chuck E. Cheese down the street.
I believe they're closed.
Fucking nuts if you were high and shit. I know where you can get some real cheap meth. Come to my house.
Besides Claire and Ren, there's also folks who have come out tonight from particularly long distances celebrating special occasions, and we would like to talk to them in a segment we call the Shout-Outs. Gabby?
It's a shout out with Kevin and Ralph, so get your cock out. Yeah. Get your cock out.
You are feeling invulnerable.
Right to the balls, motherfucker. Just DT all the way. Invulnerable.
Jeff Garland had that up his ass about an hour ago.
God damn it.
Speaking of sights and sounds, tonight Gabby will be doing those for this evening. Thank you, Gabby, so much. We appreciate it. Josh not available tonight, so he is out.
Where's Dr. Josh
Gone.
Roush?
I don't know. He's fired. I don't care where he is anymore. No, I'm kidding. He had a family thing he had to go to. So.
Did he?
Yeah. We kind of changed dates up on him because of your
because of
illness.
COVID. That's right. This was supposed to happen when? Last
May.
week?
It was supposed to happen last month.
Is that
May
right?
28th, I believe. Yeah.
How's it feel back there, Gabs?
Good. All right. She's good.
Somebody says she left.
Starting with Dan Ruiz from Riverside, California. Dan, right up front. I like that T-shirt, son. Well done. My face is looking back at me.
Yes, for those listening at home, Dan's wearing a gigantic Ralph Face T-shirt,
Yes,
which makes
you
me
are.
feel very left out. It's like a shirt that screams, "I like one of you very much."
You got a Kevin Smith Club guy right next to you.
I saw that. That's
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you, my friend. He is wearing a That Kevin Smith Club shirt.
Yeah,
but
so?
is Kevin on the back of that Ralph shirt at least?
No, I think that's a Ralph Report shirt, I believe.
It's just all Ralph.
Yeah.
Why don't you have your conversation with your little fucking friend?
Dan asked if followers of the Ralph Report are called the Garmy, are followers of Hollywood Babble-On called Hollywood Babylonians or just Babylonians? I don't think we've ever even named the folks who listen to this show.
I mean, you have many times.
How so?
You've called them irritating.
No, I haven't. I think Babblers is better. Babbliebers.
Babbliebers. So, you know what? It is fucking funny. If you're gonna have a nickname for your little monsters, Babbliebers.
Babbliebers.
Yeah, at least it's kind of on brand. They're like, Jesus, even in their name for their fans, they fuck with Justin Bieber.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much for being here, Dan. Thanks for wearing that shirt, too. It's making me hard.
What's your name, that Kevin Smith Club shirt wearer? Jesse. Well, thank you for being here, Jesse. Ralph and I both have Patreons.
Olivia and Chuck, are you guys here? Olivia and Chuck? Oh, we're in the corner.
So tiny.
Hi. Longtime fans, super excited to see you guys. My fiance Chuck and I are celebrating the fact that we finally set a date for our wedding.
Hey!
After 7.5 years together and 4 years engaged, we decided, what the fuck, let's do this. That's the way you want to go into a marriage, by the way. What the fuck, I've invested this much time.
You've already had a marriage. This is going to be your second marriage.
What?
11 years is a fucking marriage for a lot of people. A lot of
Yo,
people
I
don't
see
make
what
it
you're
that
saying,
fucking
yeah.
far. So
I
this is
thought
gonna
you were
be
saying
like-
I was getting married again. I'm gonna shit myself. We decided...
You can tell them a thing or two about marriage.
Well, that's the gist of this is they're going to ask us for some marriage advice. It's like, never mind. 4 months to plan our wedding at an Italian banquet hall in an industrial park in the suburbs of Chicago. Wow, you guys are going all out. That sounds great. May not be a dream wedding, but it's more important that our family and friends can all be there. No, it's really not. It's about food and booze, really. We could use some encouragement and some marriage advice, what to do and what not to do from you and Kevin.
Anal.
Is that a what to do or what not to do?
Let them figure it out.
All right.
I don't tell people what to do. I just tell them what can be done.
I see. You give the potential of life.
That's right. I'm progressive.
My marriage didn't work out, so I would feel ill-advised to give you any advice at all, other than don't. Chuck, do you feel like buying her a house at some point? Besides the one you're going to live in together? That's how it all goes. Just letting you know.
Besides the one you're going to live in together.
At some point, you're buying 2 houses, Chuck. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Or, Chuck, you could just do it this way. Everything your wife does is right. Everything.
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life, Chuck. Unhappy wife, you're buying a second house.
Yes, that's right. Sam and Corey, are you guys here? Wow. Hey,
Right
guys.
up front.
Right up
What's
front.
up, kids? And yeah, there's a fucking Jay and Silent Bob shirt right
okay,
there.
you win the T-shirt competition.
Yes. So far, I'm winning the T-shirt war.
My name is Sam. My friend Corey and I drove all the way from Northern California, the San Francisco Bay Area, to be at the show tonight.
Fucking hey, NorCalians.
That's fucking nuts. You're unemployed? There's better places to spend your money than on us, I'll tell you that much. And the way gas is, you could have flown probably for cheaper than driving them.
Wait. You're saying it's nuts that came from San Francisco? Fucking Claire flew 27 hours to go to the show. What is she, insane?
Claire! She's still awake.
Claire fell asleep 10 minutes ago.
Yeah. Sam and Corey ask if it's not too much trouble, can Sylvester Stallone sing the Beatles classic Obla Di Obla Da? It is an awful lot of trouble, quite frankly. But since you guys came so far, it's the least I could do. Gabby, can I get a little music for that, please?
Yeah. Desmond has a barrel in the market. Oh, no, wait, I'll start now. Desmond has a barrel in the marketplace. Molly, she's like a singer in the band, all right? Desmond says to Molly, hey, I like your face. And Molly says as she takes him by the hand, Obla di, obla da, life goes on, brah. Life goes on. Obla di, obla da, life, it goes on, bruh. Life goes on.
There you go, that's enough of that.
Like your face. Your face looks good, you know?
I was shooting half of that and I realized I hadn't pressed record. But I was there for the chorus. I was there for
that's all that
That's the
matters.
best part.
That's all that matters. And lastly, Brandon Rohrbacher. Are you in the house, Brandon? Where are you, Brandon? Hey there. Brandon's the official historian of the Ralph Report. I don't know if you know that or not.
The official historian?
Yes, he is, yes. He has an encyclopedic mind when it comes to stuff that's happened on that show for some reason.
Is that right?
Yes.
It's fucking
He's
awesome.
the Rain Man of the Ralph Report. yeah, you definitely one-hit wonder Wednesday. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Uh-oh. Played that one already. Uh-oh. May 15th. May 15th, 2020. Uh-oh. Couldn't do without him. Thank you, bro. I hope Kevin is feeling better. He is. He got some meth.
Unintentionally, but yes.
I'll be attending the show with my friends Will and Shauna. We'll be celebrating Will's birthday. Can David Bowie please wish him a very happy birthday? Of course I can. Will? Where's Will? Where is it? Hey, Will. Happy birthday, Will. Let's get a little David Bowie going. Happy birthday to you, William. Happy birthday to you, William. It's your special birthday, William. And you're celebrating at Flappers. Happy birthday to you, William. We're so happy that you have joined us. Happy birthday to you, William. It's your special birthday. Hey. What's your hair?
So sexy. So sexy. You can tell I haven't done it in a while. I went so fast on that one.
Yeah.
Next time will be a lot longer, I promise.
Longer lasting, I hope.
yeah.
Yes. All right.
It's COVID. Long COVID is what it is.
We also get emails from all around the world. Gaps? There's going to be a little pause tonight, I think, before some of those.
Feels like it.
Ain't no drag.
Garman's got an email, man.
Featuring Kevin's reaction.
That's right. First up is Mike from Berkshire County, Massachusetts.
Asshole.
Love the show, loved yoga hosers, he writes.
What a good person. Full of good taste.
We found him.
Yes.
We found that one guy.
The
I
one.
told you there was a guy who liked it.
I knew somebody bought it.
Yeah. I especially loved Ralph's introduction when he was eating cereal with Wagner playing in the background. That was pretty funny.
It was.
Yeah. I don't care what people say about that movie.
I love that movie. And it's aging better. I mean, I'm not deluding myself, but I have been through a career where Mallrats supposedly killed my career and stuff. And then 10 years later, people were like, that movie's good.
It's my favorite.
Jersey Girl, supposed to kill my career. 10 years later, people were like, that movie's lovely.
Yeah.
Yoga Hose is going to take a few more years, but,
Stop it.
but it's going to age like, not fine wine, but like smelly cheese. But somebody
It'd be like a boxed wine that you can drink
yeah, like
eventually.
a nice pink Chablis.
Yes.
It'll get you drunk.
A white Zin. Mike asks the musical question, what would it sound like if Arnold Schwarzenegger sang Todd Rundgren's Bang the Drum All Day? Well, there's only one way for us to answer that question, I suppose. Gabby?
Always playing the camera. I love it.
I don't want to work. I just want to bang on the drum all day. Yeah. I don't want to play. I just want to bang on the drum all day. Yeah. Ever since I was a tiny boy in Austria, I don't want no candy. I don't need a toy. All I needed was a stick and an empty coffee can, and then I'd bang on that thing like it was my maid. I don't want to work. I don't want to play. I just want to bang on the drum all day.
Yeah, there we go. That's enough of that. Yeah. Ooh, this next one comes from Stephen Detheridge, if that's his name. Sounds a little terrifying.
Sounds like a book I was forced to read in junior year.
The Tale of Stephen Detheridge.
Yeah.
We haven't done this in a long time. If you're a longtime listener of Hollywood Babble-On, you may remember that Kevin identified Anne Heche in the movie Psycho as being one of the few high-profile A-list buttholes you ever see in a major motion picture.
I do feel like it was a major discovery, and like a few years from now, they won't talk about Clerks anymore, but they will talk about this.
Yes.
The fact that I was the first one to point out that if you look real closely in the Psycho remake from Gus Van Sant, when Anne Heche gets killed in the shower, not Anne Heche, but her character, she goes forward and dies, and you can see her asshole.
Yeah.
And I maintain it's one of the few, if only, times in cinematic history that you could actually, you've seen a lot of ass, but you never see the fucking ring piece, ever. Ever.
Yeah.
And that, I was always so blown away by that. So when we started doing the show over fucking 10 years ago,
Yeah.
it became a point of conversation.
More than that, it gave us this song. Remember this song?
Yes.
That's right. The beloved children's program, Anne Heche's Butthole. And so from time to time, ever since, people will try to challenge the butthole judge and send in some footage from a movie to see if this counts or
This
not.
hasn't happened in so long.
I know. Steven sent this in. It's from the movie Body Double. Melanie Griffith.
And
Brian De Palma directed, 1984.
Yeah.
Craig Wasson.
Yes, I love this movie.
I do too. I love this film.
Really, really well done flick. God, I forgot about. I haven't thought about it in years.
I hadn't either
actually
until
wanna watch
Steven
it
sent
again.
this along.
It's a good switcheroo, and it has a real like sad ending, like a
does indeed,
It's
yeah.
a great flick.
So he's sending some footage he wants you to take a look at and look at Melanie Griffith's butthole and see if it's actually shown in this film or not.
You don't have to ask me to look at Melanie Griffith's butthole twice. my
All right.
friend.
Can we throw up the footage up on the screens there, Gabby?
It's a crisp picture.
See, he's looking at a TV screen, so it's kind of hard to tell. All right, it's coming up. In fact, he does us a favor, actually freeze frames it for us. So
Holy shit!
let's get a still store, though. I think we have a picture. I think we've zoomed in. I think we've got a. Yeah. Oh, that's a little grainy, but I don't know. It's your call. You're the pro. I'm not even gonna touch this one.
It's a video artifact. That's not ring piece.
It's not.
Not at that point.
It's shadow.
And this was shot in the 80s, right?
Yes.
So they weren't doing like Brazilians and landing strips and virgin smoothies.
Oh, you
Things
think it's
tended-
forestation?
Things tended to be hairier then.
Oh,
So I don't think in the 80s you wouldn't even accidentally seen a butthole because you'd have to get through the roughage to get there. So no.
Fair enough. All right. The judge has spoken. No butthole.
And hey, still the winner, man.
And hey, still the queen of buttholes. It's on her IMDb page, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Just for major motion picture releases. There are many fine adult films where you could see buttholes on this
You can see
parade.
colon.
Yeah. Prolapsed asshole
Yeah.
and shit like that, yeah. This is just Hollywood movies.
Yes.
Although, to be fair, you can see assholes in a lot of fucking Hollywood movies.
That's true, just not sphincters. We also get folks who send in emails from time to time of towns they live near or run across that have fucked up names, and we never got around to naming this, so we call it Your Town's Got a Fucked Up Name. This comes from Adam in Grafton, New Hampshire. Love the show. I live in Grafton. Our town just had 2 historical plaques installed. One marks the spot of an old village, which, well, had a pretty fucked up name. As soon as I saw it, I thought of you and took this picture, so we sent it in. This is the old village where Grafton used to stand. It is Bungtown.
Bungtown.
Bungtown, where Anne Heche has a summer home, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Folks also send us warnings more than anything else. We look at these things that are meant for kids. The kids are supposed to enjoy this stuff, toys and whatnot. They're meant for children to enjoy, but we look at them and go, no, those are inappropriate toys.
Not appropriate for girls, not appropriate for boys. What the fuck is that? Inappropriate toys.
Chuck Smith from Cumming, Georgia.
My cousin.
Yes, that's actually the city I live in, he writes, Cumming, Georgia. And it's spelled C-U-M-M-I-N-G.
That's the real coming.
That is, yeah. My name is Chuck. I ran across this random video and applies to both categories on the show. It's beer for kids, non-alcoholic beer for kids. Why?
Yeah.
Here's from the catalog where you can order it from. Apparently, it comes from Japan. We've got a picture of that page. It says it's derived from fruit juice, caramel color, and malt extract. This kids' beer works perfect as a fake beer to help your kids feel included in family events.
That's when in the 70s, man, when all my relatives were drunk, I really felt excluded.
Did you feel like you were
I was
outside
like, why
looking
won't
in?
they hand me a fucking Pabst?
Why can't I get loaded and start an argument with my aunt and demand for the car keys because I'm fucking leaving?
Oh my God, it's like you were there.
Right? That was my family too.
That was my childhood, just watching adults yell at each
Somebody
other and
was
being
gonna
like,
fight.
if they would just stop drinking.
It's all good and fun until about halfway into the party, and then someone was getting a lit cigarette flicked at him. That's usually how the parties ended at my house. So that wasn't bad enough. There's some asshole on the interwebs who had his kid try it.
Oh, shit.
So here's a little girl trying the fake beer for the first time. It's child abuse. Here's the taste test.
We all taste it.
Yeah. She's like 5. Yeah.
Frothy head on it.
It is. Looks like beer.
And the beer's big too.
Stop. Not bad. All right, the less said about this part of the video, the better, I think.
Is that how one drinks beer?
Well, one drinks something. So you're thinking, what could be worse than having kids drink fake beer? That we don't need to indoctrinate them. It's grooming is what it is. Have them drinking beer at that age.
True. Only worst thing I could think of is a meth lab across the street from
Yes.
your house.
Or is it this new candy that Michael McBride found? He said, I know you have no love for poop-related toys, but how do you feel about this? This is a new drinkable candy for kids.
Oh, that's so fucked up.
Sour liquid candy samples of urine for the kids to enjoy.
Oh.
Drinking urine out of a specimen jar for children.
I mean, I know like kids like creepy shit, but ew. That would just be that's a little too misleading. That's too
Misleading.
Yeah. You'd be like, this
They're
is
disappointed.
fun. Yeah, like
This
say the real
isn't
thing.
urine. This tastes like candy. This is misleading. Mom, where's my urine? You promised me.
This don't pass the piss
Is this
taste
John
test.
Cena's urine? And here's how they sell it, by the way, in your local candy stores if you want to look for it. It comes in a urinal.
God.
That's where you can pick it up in a urinal.
I bet you it sounds like crazy.
I'm sure it does, because we're over as a society. And lastly, Geekpool writes in, I live in Canada and was driving by my old school and saw they put a new slide at the playground in the park across the street. I don't know about you, but it looks inappropriate to me. Here's apparently a new slide on the playground.
Oh, shit. Just a reminder to the kids of how they got there.
Jesus. And you're going the wrong way, by the way, if you're going down the slide. It's like a retrograde orgasm.
It's like a very short man fucking a very tall woman.
Yes. We're doomed.
Can we put that back up for a second?
You're not done?
It's hot in so many ways.
It's
man.
not hot in the least. And again, may I remind you, it's for children to play on.
But it could be like, all right, but put it in like fucking the Playboy Mansion, then it changes its tune all completely. That's going into the grotto pool and shit.
Yeah.
Make you a little hard. Because if that didn't, I can.
Okay. Speaking of stiffs, we also pay.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Artful.
We also pay tribute to folks in show business who passed away this week, and we look at their all too short lives, but their long legacies they leave behind in a segment called the Tinseltown Stiffs.
And now another edition of Tinseltown Stiffs. They will be missed.
Jim Seals, singer for half of the giant duo of Seals and Crofts, passed
Summer
away.
breeze make me feel fine. I
Blowing
don't know
with
the
the
rest of the
jasmine in my
fucking
mind.
words. Is that what it is? What is it?
Blowing with the jasmine in my mind.
The jasmine in my mind?
Yeah.
I like my version better.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, was I don't know the rest. Seals and Croft in the 70s and early 80s, monster duo. They had a bunch of hits in the top 10. Here's a little medley, if you will, of some of their biggest hits.
Oh my God.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Diamond girl,
Oh yeah, that's theirs too.
you sure do shine. Darling, if you want me to be closer to you, get closer to me. Hummingbird, don't fly away, fly away. We may never pass this way again.
And Jim Seals won't pass this way again.
No, man. That's a bummer. Those
Oh, I
dudes-
killed him.
Those cats own the 70s, man.
It's-
They own my childhood. Every one of those songs takes me to a very specific moment in
Fucking
Highlands in
yacht
the
rock
70s.
heaven right there.
It really
Just beautiful
is.
stuff.
Don't you sometimes just want to club that Kevin Smith? Well, how about instead you join that Kevin Smith Club? There are so many ways into that Kevin Smith Club, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to come through the front door. You can come through the back door. We like it that way. Sign up as a clerk where you get access to all the audio that we got. Or join as a mall rat. That gives you all the audio and all the video as well. Or join as a fun employee, ladies and gentlemen. You'll get a new t-shirt, an exclusive That Kevin Smith Club t-shirt every quarter. Or join as a yoga hoser and get yourself something cool like a That Kevin Smith Wake and Bake Bowl. For 2022, we've added some levels, including the fashionable male. You get everything that the clerk, the mall rat, the yoga hoser, and the fun employee gets, but you also get, once a year, an exclusive piece of wardrobe from a Kevin Smith film. Or join as a brand new Ranger Danger, man. That gives you everything that the clerk, the mall rat, the fun employee, and the yoga hoser gets, as well as what the fashionable male gets. But then you also, once a year, get an exclusive prop direct from one of my movies. And if you've got untold riches coming out of your ass, guess what? Holy cow, there's the golden calves level, man. For that level, you come to my house, I cook you dinner, we record a podcast, and we shoot it for Wake and Bake, and it goes up on Smodcast. Join us at thatkevinsmithclub.com. Be a clerk, be a mall rat, be a fun employee, be a yoga hoser, be a fashionable male, be a Ranger Danger, or be a golden calf, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be waking and baking for you. Come join me at That Kevin Smith Club.
Things happen in movies and TV shows all the time that someone should catch at some point. These are big budget productions. They should check it and fix it, but they don't because they hate us. That's why we call this segment Shit That Should Not Be.
And now for shit we should not see. Here's some shit that should not be.
Dave Davidson from the UK writes in. He says, no, I'm good, thank you. Rather
You're
drink
lost.
urine. Showing this beloved favorite from my childhood to my kid this week, and I noticed something that really shouldn't have got through. It's not like this fuck up is in the background. The whole point of this scene is what happens in the mirror, so who wasn't paying attention? It's from the famous kids Richard Donner film, The Goonies.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Goonies never die.
No, well, they fuck up. I know that much.
Well, yeah, they did that a lot.
In this movie. Here is Robert Davi, remember, as one of the Fratellis?
Yeah.
Who comes
the one who
across.
sings all the time.
Yes. And that's the key to the fuck up in this clip we're about to see right now. You're going to see this clip now.
Look, mister, I need a ride. My friends and I just had a run-in with these really disgusting people. You might have heard of them, the Fratellis. Well, we found their hideout. And could you please take me to the sheriff's station? I can describe all three of them.
Keep your eyes on the mirror. Come on!
Yeah.
Whole point is he's singing. He's a fucking ventriloquist. Singing with a cigarette in his mouth.
I saw what the editor did there, too. It was just like, there's only 3 frames where you could tell that
He's not singing at all.
And they were like, who's ever going to see it?
Yeah. Us. That's who.
When they made that movie, there was no freeze frame digital technology and stuff.
So they
were
didn't
like,
care enough to make it right. That's what you're saying.
That's true. But while we're here, though, how fucking awesome is that kid's performance?
Amazing. Yeah.
Spitting out that fucking line and shit.
Whatever happened to him?
I think he's a lawyer or something like that. Whenever you read those articles about, like, where are they now? Because they've done them every few years when there's always, when Dick Donner was still alive, there was always this kind of looming promise that they would
sequelize
go
it.
back again. And in this era where everything gets called back or gets a fucking sequel or, you know, where they keep trying to, you know, monetize our sentimentality and whatnot, how the fuck have they not done the Goonies again?
That's true.
How do you only do that fucking thing once? Maybe that's what makes it so beautiful. is that they've never fucking touched it.
And generations have enjoyed it in that version.
Yeah,
over
like
and over and over.
or do they? I wonder if like a modern day kid could still enjoy the Goonies.
I think so.
Without being like, "Where's the iPad?" Can't they just fucking Google this?
Why don't they just get maps or Waze and they can find their way to the treasure? Why are they carrying a map?
You have arrived at One-Eyed Willie's.
This avoids a accident on the 405. And we also look at acting. Even A-list actors sometimes turn in less than great performances. They can't always be great. But we have found sometimes the worse they get, the more it goes all the way around to become exquisite acting.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
Welcome to the world of exquisite acting with Ralph Garman and Kevin Smith.
Harrison Ford not knowing for being the most energetic performer.
Show us.
I'm going to be going. The penitent man. The penitent. Which is going to be the next Indiana Jones movie, by the way. That's a verbatim scene from that.
Pretty much.
I'm going. Ow. A lot of that. But in this scene from a film called Hollywood Homicide.
Oh, I remember this with, what's his name? Josh Hartnett. Yeah,
Josh he was going to be something for a minute, remember?
He was. He had his time. Yeah, he was in a thing with that flick.
Harrison Ford is in the midst of a...
what was it? Pearl Harbor. That's right.
Yeah. Harrison Ford's in the midst of a chase trying to bring down the bad guys. And he's trying to commandeer vehicles. For some reason, he gets very angry at a little girl on her bicycle. Here's the exquisite acting.
Hey, get out of the car! Police! Police, get out! Hey! Hey, look! Come on, get out of here!
Hey, that's not right.
That's pretty
Why is
awesome.
he yelling at her? He's the one stealing the bike.
He's experiencing white rage.
Jeez.
Fuck, man.
You know, I see him scream at the big black guy, by the way, who bounced him off the car door. He was like... Little girl gets picked on. We like to take a look at all the entertainment news each week as well in a little segment we call the HBO Headlines.
Give me head, give me head, give me headlines, and give me head.
Duke Nukem is finally going to be a movie. Can you
Oh,
believe that?
fuck. My life is complete.
Well, I know you're not a big gamer, but for folks who like especially first-person shooter games, Duke Nukem was like the granddaddy of them all. He was the one who kind of kicked it
BFG,
off.
right?
Yeah. They have announced that they're finally going to make the movie, and I wouldn't ordinarily be excited about this, because I'm not a gamer either, and I never played this in the 90s when it was wildly popular. But the guys behind Cobra Kai
Geniuses
are going to be producing it and developing it. And I think they've got the perfect tone and sense of humor.
That
for
Cobra
what
Kai
that could
show
be.
is just beautiful.
It's so good. What else are you watching? You watching anything else good right now?
Yeah, what are that? Hacks? You watch Hacks?
I haven't
this
seen
season?
that yet.
So
No,
fucking
no.
good. I just watched the.
You watching The
latest-
Offer? You watching The Offer? The making of the.
I watched
Godfather?
the first part.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Didn't work for you.
Ms. Marvel, have you watched it?
Not yet. No.
It's fucking fantastic.
I've heard good things.
So it's full of joy. That girl is she's a star. But
Yeah.
the whole fucking show is absolutely wonderful. My only bone of contention, they're in Jersey.
Yes.
There's a convenience store.
Oh no. Oh no.
You don't fucking reach out to
Yeah, okay.
convenience store king. I mean, there's time still, I guess. but-
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful fucking show.
Are your lawyers involved?
Yeah, I was
Yes.
like, you'll be hearing from my lawyers. I also watch. Are you up on Obi-Wan?
Yes.
Fucking fantastic.
It's a lot of fun.
If you'd have fucking told me as a kid, like one day you're gonna get a flat out Darth Vader show.
Yeah.
Where he just fucking like he's so petty and shitty that he drags one guy through the fire to be like, "That's what you did to me,
Yeah.
you piece of shit." Oh, I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, "This is where we are." Like I love the Star Wars movies. Don't get me wrong, but like Star Wars works insanely well as episodic television.
Yeah.
And it's been a joy. I know there are some people that like bitch about the nice things, but like I've enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Some of it is jarring to me in terms of what it means from the original films that I watched. I'm like, oh, that
I
kind
did
of,
bump into
it takes me out of the moment a little bit because I'm busily trying to figure out the logic behind it, you know. But Ewan McGregor is just such a pleasure to watch.
He's charming. The kid's charming. Fucking like the whole thing is just like when they announced Obi-Wan, I was like, I give a fuck. And then I was like, you want to impress me? Give me Alec Guinness Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Then I'll fucking be impressed.
Bring
But
him
this has
back.
actually been pretty fucking wonderful, man, so far.
Is Hayden Christensen in the show?
Yeah, he plays Darth Vader. He's the guy in the
He
suit.
walks around in the suit?
And he's also
How
the
desperate
dude.
is he for work?
They're gonna give. I bet you they give him a whole show out of this because
where
like
he
right
doesn't
now,
where he doesn't deliver any dialogue again?
yeah, he wears a suit. No, he gets to flashback and shit like that.
You see his forehead once.
I mean, somebody, who was it? David Prowse played Darth Vader.
Yeah, David Prowse didn't star in a movie before that.
Why are you taking a shot?
I'm just wondering. I heard he's coming back as Anakin Skywalker. I was like, well, this guy's career, wow, good for him. He's finally getting a second bite at the apple. And then he's like,
Yes, you have done that too.
I'm like, that's not that guy at all.
They got James Earl Jones.
Yeah, I know. That's the guy. It could be anybody in that fucking suit. You don't know.
I mean, but
Hayden could be back at the Arby's working his regular shift. He's just picking up the check.
bro,
You know what
he's a fucking great actor.
You know what
that
I don't
kid.
like about sandwiches is because there's the word sand in them.
Oh,
I don't like sand.
He's
Sand
having
gets
a-
everywhere, just like the sandwiches do. Can I just have my order, please? Got 2 kids waiting in the car. More horsey sauce. I'm sorry, but the sandwiches get everywhere.
Oh my
Fucking
God!
hell.
The guy's enjoying a moment. You got to shit on it, but he's gonna find you and drag you through fire. Right on your
James
face.
Earl Jones will. That's who'll do it.
Oh God!
Speaking of villains, Nick
Yes.
Cannon's having another baby.
He's very good at that.
Yeah, he is.
What
This will
number
be
is
his
this?
9th child is on the way.
You know, man,
From like
what is
5
it?
different women, I think.
Where did it say? Be fruitful and prosper. Is that the Bible?
Yes. Be fruitful and multiply, I
Multiply.
believe.
This
Yeah.
kid's living a biblical life.
Yeah,
man.
he is. Yeah. He's someone should take his calculator away because he's multiplying way too fucking much, in my opinion. He needs to be, he should be fixed. Because it doesn't end up with any of these women. He doesn't have a family relationship with most of these kids. But
I mean, fucking thank you. Those are social mores. Like, we're animals. It wouldn't necessarily, if we didn't have a society or civilization, we wouldn't necessarily wind up with the same people for life. That whole notion of like, we're together for life and we love each other. That's only about maybe a couple hundred years old, and that came from the troubadours. This came from art. The whole notion that we should fall deeply in love, eternally in love, and shit like that came from a bunch of artisans, singers who would go around singing these songs of undying love and shit like that. Prior to that, people got married for dowries and for fucking secure land and shit like that and to stop wars.
Right. These
These fucking singers were like, I'm gonna love you forever and shit. People were like, that's beautiful. Is that the way it should be? And it literally fucking changed the world. And now we all believe in this notion of like fucking eternal love, and there's only one person out there for me. And fucking Nick Cannon understands, man.
So you're saying Nick Cannon's breaking down
He really is.
the facade of society.
Spread that seed around and keep the species going.
He's
man.
just not into raw dogging and then walking away, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
He's being noble.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, the 9 kids, when they're in therapy, will find that very comforting. Oh, my dad didn't abandon me. He was just breaking down social mores. Okay. I'm good now. I'm going to put down the pipe.
Did you say social mores?
I think I did.
Like moray eels?
I believe it's mores. Does it
social-
pronounce mores?
I think it's Moors.
I don't think so.
Let's hear it from applause. How many people think it's Maury's? How many people think it's Moors? I think we're all equally as dumb.
Yeah.
Sounded about balanced right there. Claire!
Yeah, there
Can
she's
you
still
Google
awake.
it? Is it Mores
Yeah,
or
get the
Moors?
pronunciation for M-O-R-E-S.
Claire, you're British. You'll know. Is it Mores or Moors?
You have Moors in the UK, but that's like Othello and shit. That's a different kind of Moor.
No, that's like fucking stay on the path, stay off the moors. Otherwise, you get bit by the American werewolf in London.
Well, a lot of people think stuff. We're looking for someone to find an actual definition.
I think moray is an eel, and I think moors are the thing.
I believe that's spelled differently.
I'm sure it is, but
I think they're homonyms.
Morays.
Boom.
Wow.
The voice of God.
It really was. And the voice of God was like Google. That was nuts. Morays. Morons.
There we go.
I stand corrected.
Oh, this is good news.
I like it. We learned some shit tonight.
Yeah,
man.
it's educational.
That's useful information right there.
This is nice news. The Foo Fighters, the surviving Foo Fighters, are gathering together for 2 tribute shows for their fallen bandmate, Taylor Hawkins. It's very cool.
They seemed very, very close. You're familiar with Dave.
Dave's a
aren't you?
friend, yeah. And he was destroyed by Taylor's death.
Seems so in the public.
Yes, very much so.
In the press, I mean.
And I knew Taylor just very casually, but he was such a wonderfully kind, charming guy. It was really sad news to hear when he passed.
And they seem like super tight. Like
they're a family, those guys. Yeah, and they did. No one knew what the future of the band would be, quite frankly, when Taylor left, and we still don't. But we do know they will be paying tribute to him at 2 different shows. One at London's Wembley Stadium on September 3rd.
Shit, where Live Aid happened.
And another one September 27th here in Los Angeles at the Kia Forum, formerly known as the Great Western Forum, down there in Inglewood.
Oh, is that
where the
fucking
Lakers used to play.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say where the Kings used to play, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, them too, yeah. So,
the Fabulous Forum.
Yes.
That's now the what? The Kia?
The Kia Forum.
Interesting.
Yeah. So tickets go on sale, I want to say.
Will he drum?
Maybe they have
No, but I mean, he's the drummer. So.
Dave Grohl, you mean?
Yes, bro.
Well, Taylor was the drummer of that band.
No shit. So I'm
that's
saying
why
we were talking
that's why
about
everyone
Dave.
was a little surprised.
No, we were talking about Dave. So I was like, will Dave drum?
I doubt
or will
it.
they have a guest?
He'll be up front, I'm sure, with his guitar, and he'll be singing.
Because during the shows, he would go back and drum and let Taylor come up front and sing.
Yeah,
so clearly he
occasionally.
can do it.
Yeah, occasionally. But I believe they'll probably bring in guest drummers, I'm guessing. And I hope they bring back that girl from the...
what's her name? Mandy.
Yeah,
or something.
Mandy, I believe it was, from the viral video.
Oh
Yeah,
my
I thought that would be
God.
great.
All those fucking videos are so badass. And that kid drums with such joy and enthusiasm.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
Hope she stops
It's going to
by.
be huge forever. Oh, that'd be amazing. I hope they do that.
I do too.
Yeah.
Madonna is making her own biopic. What could go wrong?
What do you mean? She's producing it?
Oh no, more than that.
She's directing it?
Oh, more than that. She's writing it as well, Kevin. She's writing, producing, and directing her own biopic.
I mean, good for her. It's her life.
Kevin.
What?
What kind of film do you think you're going to get from a narcissist who thinks everything they do is art? What kind of story are they going to tell about themselves?
Clerks?
Point taken. Yeah, point taken.
Just saying, there are precedents. Good for her, man. Instead of like letting somebody else do it and then being like pissed off about it later on, like, oh, they didn't get it right. She can't be mad if they don't get it right. Like she's gonna tell her own life story.
That's true, I
This
suppose.
little girl from Ozark gonna play it?
Yes, Julia Garner has been cast from Ozark and Inventing Anna. I think we got a shot of the two of them side by side.
It's pretty, like,
I can
I
see
wouldn't
it.
have, I've seen her in many things, and she's wonderful in that Inventing Anna and stuff, but I never would have put that together until they did the side by side, and I was like, I could totally see that. She could
Yeah,
totally be
with
in
enough
that.
makeup and stuff, you can actually make that happen.
And in a world where, remember Pam and Tommy, the fucking Hulu series, how they made
Hell
that
yeah.
actress look like Pamela Anderson?
Yeah.
There's no way they don't get close.
Can't believe Madonna didn't demand to play herself in the movie. That's the only thing. That's the only part of it I can't understand.
I mean, don't rule out that she'll be in it at some point.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I didn't know that she was directing it.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. You're so nice. That's why you have me sitting next to you. I'm your hatchet man.
I know, you are. And yet you thought I was saying, like, fucking
I
not
didn't. I
Dave
did
Grohl.
not know where that was coming from at all. I just misunderstood. Not at all.
Tisk.
Sad news.
What?
Ted Lasso is going to end after its 3rd season.
No!
Why?
Because that was the original plan. They were always going to do 3, and they're going to stick to it.
Well, I had original plans that I fucking changed when I got married, so they could fucking change.
Brett Goldstein, who of course plays what's his name?
Roy Kent.
Roy Kent.
Roy Kent.
Fucking
Roy
Roy Kent. That's what I'm fucking Roy Kent.
He's every fucking where, Roy Kent.
He's also one of the writers on the show, and he said they all agreed to do 3 seasons. And looks like they're going to stick to it.
I sat down with him in England during Jay and Silent Bob reboot. Before, this is long before Ted Lasso happened. He has a podcast.
Yeah.
And it was one of my favorite interviews I've ever done because it's got a theme that you kind of stick in and shit. It's about dying and what you take with you to the grave. So I'd never met him before. I just thought he was this like insanely fucking funny, dry podcaster. I had a blast with him. And then I'm watching Ted Lasso and I was like, swear to God, that guy looks like the dude I did a podcast with. I was like, couldn't be. And then a couple months later, I saw a tweet where they're like, because I was like, I fucking love Ted Lasso and Roy Kent's amazing. And somebody was like, you and him hung out in England, bro. And I was like, I fucking knew it. It was Roy Kent. So,
brilliant.
yeah.
The whole cast is just outstanding.
The
writing
show
is
is just
magical.
absolute joy.
And we need more of that. We need more Ted Lasso in the world, not less.
Fucking agreed, man. But at the same time, if they're like, look, we're going to give you 3 of our best and then get out.
It's a very British way of doing television, by the way. That's what
but
they
it's not a British show, right? It's an American show. It's
yeah,
created
but
by
a lot
an
of
American
people
guy.
involved in it are Brits, and they probably respond to that kind
But
of
a lot of
concept.
people-
having an end game early on, so you shoot for that.
A lot of people who are watching are American. And
Yes.
they love to beat a dead horse
They
right
do,
into
yes.
the ground.
They want. I
don't know if you've
They want a
seen the
Halloween
latest-
special, and they want a musical,
Or yet another Jurassic. You know,
Yes,
it's just like keep fucking going. I haven't seen it. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but it's like we are on the sixth iteration of a Jurassic. Which
But
I'm hoping-
Kevin, you're missing the point. They bring dinosaurs back. I don't think you get it.
It keeps happening.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for like right now, like they started with Jurassic Park, and then they moved to like Jurassic World and
Indeed.
stuff.
Yes.
Hopefully the next 3 are just humanless movies about dinosaurs that just fight each other or don't do anything. And then you watch that, and then make it 30 minutes instead of 2 hours.
Just the brontosaurus grazing.
That's all we want, bro. We just want to see cool dinosaurs. Like, that's fucked up. Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, they're fighting. All right, credits. And then go home and shit. That's it. Nobody cares about fucking Chris Pratt and fucking, Bryce and shit. Like, just want to see the dinosaurs.
What if they evolve and they start wearing like clothes and talking and shit?
Be amazing.
Right?
They were like a Flintstones-like family
Exactly.
or something.
Yes.
I'd watch that show.
Me too. What happened? Oh, dinosaurs. That's right. Henson, did that show years ago. Yeah. Well, that's another idea we won't have.
You didn't get that information from him. You knew that, right?
I completely forgot about that show until now. I never really watched it.
I thought we were doing a bit.
No.
I was like,
I never really
like a family show. And you're like, yeah.
No,
and then all of a sudden you start talking to a stranger. You're like, what?
Not on my
Dinosaurs, a
radar.
TV show? You're right. I forgot about
that. Yeah.
Thought we were a comedy team. I'm working solo over here. Hey, guy
That
with the
could be
Ralph
arranged.
t-shirt, why don't you walk up here and take the real Ralph's place?
Yeah. And
Did you say that could be arranged?
oh yeah, it's easy. Speaking of dinosaurs, well,
Yes.
he's not one yet, but we can only hope. Justin Bieber's in the news this week. Yeah, here's a little Bieber theme.
Justin Bieber. Nobody fucking needs ya. You wanna know why? I'll tell you why. 'Cause you're a little cunt.
Yeah, he is. It's a great week to pick to do Justin Bieber news, I gotta tell you. I've rarely been this happy.
He had a rough week, did he?
Oh.
You better believe it.
He's got Ramsey Hunt syndrome. And I don't know who Ramsey and or Hunt are, but I would like to send them a bottle of something as a thank you. Oh, shut up. It's temporary. He'll be fine. Can I have my fun?
What is it?
It's a form of the herpes virus. Like
He's got the herpes?
a version of it. Like chicken pox, they're all part of that same
Or
family.
like the cold sores herpes simplex virus?
Yes,
one
there's
or
a whole
two.
family of herpes zoster viruses, I believe they're called.
Okay.
And it's like shingles and chickenpox and
Oh yeah, shingles is in that family.
oral herpes and genital herpes. There's a whole bunch of them.
So hot.
This is one of those. It's a rare disease called the Ramsey Hunt syndrome, and he's had to cancel a bunch of shows. So there's an upside to this.
How does it manifest?
It affected the nerves because that's how the virus travels in most of these different versions. It afflicts the nerves. It afflicted the nerves on one side of his face, and one side of his face is temporarily paralyzed.
So, like my father at one point, he had Bell's palsy. Is it like that?
I believe that's
Like
also
your
one
face
of those.
Kind of like half of his face seemed to go to sleep for a couple months.
Yeah, that's what this is like for Bieber. So, understandably, he immediately took to social media and did a close-up video of himself talking to everybody with his paralyzed face. And I like to think it was just a gift for me, quite frankly. I don't know if he knows me or not, but here's a little bit of Justin talking about what he's going through. I hope you enjoy this as much as I do.
As you can see, this eye is not blinking. I can't smile on this side of my face. This nostril will not move.
Aww.
So there's full paralysis in this side of my face. So for those who are frustrated by my cancellations of the next shows, I'm just physically, obviously not capable of doing them. This is pretty serious, as you can see. I wish this wasn't the case, but obviously my body's telling me I gotta slow down.
Luckily, he's still as sharp, as articulate as ever. He's still got that going for him.
So the one delay of the blink is a little unnerving, but other than that, like
It's not that bad.
If he just talked and didn't show what he can't do, like I wouldn't have known. That does not look like what my father looked like.
No, Bell's palsy is much more severe and usually longer lasting. So this apparently will resolve temporarily. But all kidding aside, he's a person and he's sick, and so it's not right to take a shot. So please don't laugh at this photo ever again. Please don't look at that and laugh your fucking asses off.
Oh my God. That is
Because it's fucking hilarious, I know, but let's all please give the man his dignity and not fucking piss ourselves laughing at him looking like a pirate.
Hey man, he am what he am.
We also like to take a look at all the geek news in the world. Hit us, Cabs.
Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kevin, Ralph and Kev's Geek News.
Yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home didn't make enough money, so they're going to re-release it with additional footage.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah.
This is a good idea if they're gonna put more shit in it, yeah.
It's Spider-Man No Way Home, the more fun stuff version.
So it's gonna be longer?
Yes.
They're not cutting
And
anything
thicker,
out.
and thicker, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking,
That's why it's more fun.
yeah, no doubt. You're gonna
theaters
feel
in-
it this time.
Yes. U.S. and Canada begin September 2nd. They're going to re-release it as a part of the honoring of the 30th anniversary of Spider-Man's first appearance in comic books.
Amazing Fantasy 14?
Yes, as well as a celebration of 2 decades of Spider-Man movies that Sony has released.
I mean, look, I the less I say about that Spider-Man movie, the better. The last time I said something, I made a fucking comment where I was like, this Spider-Man movie could have been the one of the 10 movies nominated
I remember
for
that,
Best
yeah.
Picture, and I got fucking crucified on the internet. People were like, you should have died from the heart attack. Because of that. And then Sam Jackson 2 days later was like, I think Spider-Man should have been nominated for an Oscar. And the internet was like, you're right, Sam, tell him. I got no juice.
Here's the teaser that they released this week from Sony with all 3 Spider-Men letting us know what's going to happen.
Hey, I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
I'm Spider-Man.
This is so cool. We should do this again. You got it.
Come on, that's so cute.
I would actually go back and see that.
I
in
would
theater.
too.
Even though I own it
absolutely would.
digitally, I would totally go see it.
I would go see more fun stuff. Speaking of fun stuff, they're making another Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix. That should be a good time at the theaters. Todd Phillips revealed they are currently looking at the new script called Joker Folie à Deux.
That first one was pretty wonderful movie. Pretty like fucking serious filmmaking right there.
I've still yet to see it.
You've never seen it? It's. I'm telling you.
Every time I approach it, I go, "Oh, I'm not in the mood for that. I know, I just can't," and I've backed off.
You'd be surprised. You get into like about. You can't. 15 minutes in the movie is tough to deny, even if you go in with an attitude. It's like
It's not attitude. It's just I can't do with a lot of grim these days for some reason, and I'm afraid it might be too grim for me at this moment.
It is.
So I've been keeping it at arm's length, quite frankly.
It is pretty grim, but wonderfully made, man. Very, very Scorsese. Scorsese was clearly
that's
big
an influence, right?
Yeah.
Apparently,
but also just like the way. Remember how like Quentin did Inglourious Basterds, and you're like, holy shit! Why didn't anyone kill Hitler in a movie before? Like, what a good fucking idea. This guy like took material that everybody kind of knows and just remixed it in a way where you're like, oh shit! Like he made him the hero of the story, more or less the anti-hero. It was pretty ingenious.
The second film's title is a French phrase which means a shared madness. So they're wondering if perhaps someone else, another character, will join him for the second film.
I hope it'd be Willem Dafoe. A second Joker
There's two
played
Jokers.
by Willem Dafoe.
And the third one, and then they're all pointing at each other like the Spider-Man. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 has announced that Maria Bakalova has joined the cast. She was
in
Borat's daughter in the second Borat
She was
movie.
great in that
She's
movie.
brilliant.
Didn't she get nominated for?
I think she did get nominated
at least
for an
a Golden
Oscar.
Globe, if not an Oscar. Bless you. Hey, keep that shit over there.
Yeah, he's already. Oh, you're invulnerable. What are you doing?
Throw it here.
James Gunn recently teased the involvement of an unannounced actor in the cast, and he said that was the one he was keeping a secret. Still no word on the character she's going to play, but this cast is just getting exponentially larger and more impressive.
Because who wouldn't want to work with James Gunn?
Yeah,
He's talented, nice,
seems like a good dude.
guy. Yeah.
The Boys has been renewed for season 4 at Amazon.
Oh, amen.
Now we're talking.
I have not watched the first few episodes of season 3 yet. I'm holding them. I had a bunch of
Oh, you
shit
haven't
to
seen
do.
them yet? Okay,
No, I
we
haven't
won't
seen
spoil
yet.
them for you. You're gonna have a good time.
Jason Mewes just caught up to the show. He hasn't watched it until now. So he watched season 1, season 2, and
I'm
then
jealous. What
all
a great
3
way to say it.
episodes, and he was like, I can't do this. He's like, I can't. How did you do this? Watch it 1 episode a week. What the fuck is that all about? I was like, well, we did this as kids. And he's like, I'm not a child anymore. I want all of it. And I'm like, well, it's coming. It's coming.
So he first said, I'm not a child, and then said, I want what I want when I want it.
Yes.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. And DC has revealed their Black Adam trailer this week. The Rock, starring as anti-hero Black Adam, traditionally a villain to Cap. You all right?
I think I swallowed a lemon seed. What happens in that instance?
Lemon tree grows in your stomach. Everyone knows that.
Did you say everyone knows
Everyone
that?
knows that. Shazam.
Don't do that to a guy who's high.
Good point.
Claire, Google that.
Well, in England we have lemon seeds, but I believe we just call them lemon seeds. She can't be bothered to Google. She's just
Fucking flew 27 hours to see your ass and you just mocked her and shit.
Black Adam, villain of Shazam, traditionally, although not in this particular.
Yeah,
film.
Shazam's a bad guy. If
Yeah.
you will.
So
now the lead in his own movie.
and then sort of anti-hero.
Yeah.
He gets brought into the Justice Society with Dr. Fate and Atom Smasher and Cyclone and becomes a good guy, but qualified, as you'll find out in the trailer. Here is the trailer to Black Adam, opening in theaters October 21st.
Black Adam. What have your powers ever given to you? Nothing but heartache.
I was a slave until I died. Then I was reborn a god. My son sacrificed his life to save me. Now, I kneel before no one. in this world. They're heroes
I feel the pain in my city wherever I go.
and they're villains. Heroes don't kill people. Well, I do.
My vision has shown me the future. You have two choices. You can be the destroyer of this world, or you can be its savior. That's up to you.
Behind you!
Did he just catch a rocket?
He got a rocket.
All black everything, you know my fresh coat.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
He's been very passionate about making that movie for like a decade at this point.
Yeah.
I'm happy for him.
All right. I like Pierce Brosnan in that too as Dr. Fate.
That's the thing I'm most excited about. Dr. Fate, one of my favorite DC characters.
Yeah,
I
we
thought
haven't
he
really
was a
seen
perfect
him.
casting as Kent Nelson. He just sounds.
Yes,
like it.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep going.
Pierce Brosnan, yes. He's
Are you
older.
fucking? Are you working on a 10th impression?
He's yes. Yes, Kevin.
Say,
He's-
Remington Steele.
Well, he's older now, so his voice is deeper. So he's, yes. So he does.
But when he was younger, he was like, yes. Oh, Miss Holt. Oh, yes. Remington Steele.
Miss Holt.
Oh, Miss Holt. Yes. Yes. Yes, Miss Holt. And now he's older and he talks like this.
We're doing when he was James Bond.
Yes. Moneypenny. Yes. Yes. Spectre. Yes.
That's all I got.
Moneypenny was a good pull.
Yes. M. Yes. Yes. 009. Yes. Yes.
Do you think they ever bring him back in a Bond movie?
No.
You don't think there's one Bond movie in the future where they're like, we're so
A
desperate.
multiverse Bond.
Yes. Yes, where it's all the Bonds, man, fighting each other, every living Bond.
Yes. I'm back. Yes.
The fuck you are, I'm back. That's what's impressive. Look at me, I'm a fucking hologram. I'm all computer generated, for fuck's sake. That's what I would like to see. All right, before we say goodnight, boys and girls, we got one last bit of business. It turns out that Liam Neeson's cock is the gift that keeps on giving. For almost the entirety of the run of this show, we've been taking facts from you, the lovely members of the Babblers. What do we call them? Babblebers. The Babblebers. Every week you send in your facts about Liam Neeson's cock. You can send those to us at hbopodcast@aol.com. You can email us that about anything. I know, it's hilarious now, but I'm way too fucking lazy to change it, so it's not going anywhere. You folks send in your facts each week, and we recap some of our favorites. It's time for Liam Neeson's cock.
Oh, we can't help but wonder how big is Liam Neeson's cock?
Wie groß ist Liam Neeson sein Penis?
That's right.
We should do another version of the show. Like, this is Hollywood Babble-On, this is HBO.
Yes.
But then we do a double show, and that's HBO Max. And then we get a letter of cease and desist.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we spent a lot of time in court. Liam Neeson's cock, famously one of the largest in show business. So
Fucking huge.
Yeah, it's
like a
pretty
goddamn Evian bottle.
It's pretty big. According to Janice Dickinson, one of his girlfriends, she claimed it was like a large Evian bottle.
Yeah, that was quote right
Yes.
there. That's that really gives you a picture.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yes. And so here's some more things to give you a picture about Liam Neeson's cock. Liam Neeson's cock is so big.
How big is it?
It's the only thing rising higher than gas prices.
Oh shit.
Ooh, people felt that
Yeah,
one.
it did. It stings at the pump.
I know, it's a joke, but I don't
Stings
like it. 'Cause it's kind of true. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? It's so big, Obi-Wan is hiding in his urethra to avoid detection from the Empire. Well, only makes sense, because he was his
nickname for his dick is the Dune Sea.
That's right. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? It's so big, Johnny Depp sued it for $15 million. Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? It's so big, Rooster and Maverick hit 9 Gs attempting to fly over it. And lastly, Liam Neeson's cock is so big. How big is it? It didn't catch monkeypox, but it caught King Kong pox.
Oh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen of Burbank, if you had a good time this evening.
Thank you both for joining us. We truly appreciate it.
If you enjoyed yourself, it's because the man to my left. Give it up for the one, the only, the legend, Ralph fucking Garman.
Let's hear it for my bestest Babble brother and buddy, Kevin Smith.
And that is Hollywood Babble-On for this week. I'm Kevin Smith.
I'm Ralph Garman.
Babble the fuck off. Good night, Burbank!
This is the Cat. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to the AKA Ask Kev Anything. Every saga has a 10-year anniversary, ladies and gentlemen, and this is what happens when Jay and Silent Bob get old. I'm Kevin Smith. Kissing you!